This week on 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, the league races are red hot and we have the can't miss highlights. We'll show you Manteca taking on Central Catholic, Antelope meeting Intercom, and Vanden battling Vacaville.
Volleyball matchups include Escalon and Ripon, water polo with Dixon and Oak Ridge, and the story of the Stockton heptathlete from Venture Academy. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Bronstein. We start things off tonight with what could be the league title game in the Sierra Foothill League. The Folsom Bulldogs are coming off a tough loss to De La Salle, but are just a few wins away from securing the league title.
The Bulldogs will have to get through a very good Rocklin team. The Thunder is undefeated and feature some very talented receivers. Seniors Elias Mullican and Nathan Kent both have around 400 receiving yards this season. The Thunder looking to end Folsom's 10-year league winning streak with a win over the Bulldogs Friday night.
Luke Galindo reporting at a packed Rocklin Stadium as they get ready to play Folsom. Folsom with the ball. Carter Martinelli drops back to pass. This one is intercepted by Austin Adams, who is taken down at the 25-yard line. Rocklin now with the ball, and Joey Roberts takes advantage of the turnover by dropping a dime into Elias Mulligan's hands. He gets taken down at the 1-yard line. But Rocklin is going to run it up the middle with Anthony Johnston, who crashes his way in for a Thunder touchdown. They take the lead 7-0. Folsom trying to answer. Austin Mack rolls out trying to find some open receivers, and he throws it on the run, and it is caught by Rico Flores Jr., who goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Folsom runs it with Donovan Maxey Parler, who follows his blockers into the end zone to tie this one up at 7. Rocklin Thunder now with possession. Joey Roberts heaves this one downfield, and it is caught by Elias Mullican again. That connection has really been a key factor in this game so far. He's taken down at the 27-yard line. The next play, Anthony Johnston takes the ball in the backfield. He slips past that defender and races towards the end zone to put the Thunder ahead 14-7 with just over a minute left in the half. Folsom with the ball now. Austin Mack drops back, throws this one downfield, and it is intercepted by Teague Sloan, who takes this all the way back into Folsom territory, where he is eventually brought down. Rocklin trying to get another touchdown off a turnover. Joey takes a snap, fires this one over the middle to Cale Larson, who spins his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Thunder extend their lead 21-7 over Folsom. Folsom looking to get back into this one in the last quarter of the game. Austin Mack's pass is intercepted by Elias Mullican. That's the fourth Rocklin interception this game. Only difference in this INT is that it finds its way into the end zone for a pick 6. And with that play, this will be the first time Rocklin beats Folsom in over a decade. Final score, Rocklin 40, Folsom 7.
Nick Pecoraro heading north Thursday night as Colfax visits Marysville, the winner looking to take the driver's seat in the Pioneer Valley League. Here we go, first quarter, Colfax strikes first as quarterback Noah Souza hits Luke Green for an 80-yard touchdown pass. Who says it ain't easy being green? The Falcons go up 7-0 early, but the Indians respond with a turnover on Colfax's next drive. Cole Tyler pounces on the fumble in the end zone for the defensive touchdown. Tribe ties the game at 7, and that's where it would stay at halftime. Third quarter now, Colfax driving. Oh, wait, what? Come on, cameraman. You got to be quicker than that. We caught up eventually. That's Connor Vaughn who comes down with a 17-yard TD catch. Falcons take a 14-7 lead. But Marysville answers with a 33-yard field goal here from Jace Roper to get within 4 at 14-10 early in the fourth. And no Marysville highlight would be complete without its leading rusher, Elijah Marin. 168 yards on the ground Thursday. He breaks free for a big gain here to set up his teammate Joseph Endicott, who gets in the end zone to put the Tribe back in front 17-14. We've got a game here. But Colfax marched right back down the other way as sophomore Malachi Thompson caps the drive with a short score. The extra point was blocked, though, so Marysville can still tie it if they can get into field goal range, and they do with this incredible one-handed catch by Chris Bridgers out of nowhere. He gets Marysville across midfield with less than a minute to go, but on the final play, it was Colfax who makes the stop. Cannon Tomlin, the smallest guy on the field, makes the biggest play of the night for Colfax. His interception seals the win for the Falcons, who have now won 4 straight and moved to 3-0 in the PVL.
I mean, the pressure wasn't on us; it was on them. We all did a great job. We made some big plays at the beginning, let up a couple yards that we didn't want, but afterwards we were able to make the stop that we wanted. I don't think we struggle for motivation. We're all really close together, and I mean, being able to be with each other hours on hours every day really helps with that.
Out to Oak Ridge High School on senior night. These Trojans would love to bring home a league title, but a young yet shorthanded Whitney Wildcats team stands in the way. Oak Ridge jumps out to a 9-0 lead to start the game as senior Paige Flagg gets up and records the block. These Trojans are tough around the net. Whitney will settle down and make a little run of their own. Jenna Kraft takes the set from Caitlin Cochran for the kill. But the Trojans would get the last laugh in the first set. Molly Azevedo to Raina Hoppy for the kill, and Oak Ridge takes it 25-15. In the second set, it was a good one. Whitney's Cochran bumps it over to Evelyn Hill, who finds some space for the kill. When Cochran kills this back set by Paige Hall, the Wildcats take the set 25-23. Third set, Oak Ridge, Abby Hoiberg working the net as she gets up and records the block. Trojans win 25-18. On to the fourth set, the Trojans, Leilani Yang sets up Raina Hoppy for the cross-court kill. Then Hoppy was working the net really well also as she just destroys this free ball. Oak Ridge starting to pull away. Here comes another free ball near the net. This time Abby Reynolds gets into the action and she disposes of Mr. Spalding. Oak Ridge wins in 4 sets and now has a 2-game lead over Whitney with 2 still to play.
Time now for the Players of the Week. These players are chosen for their standout performances from games played last week. Our first Player of the Week is Curran Borders from Antelope High School. Curran racked up 321 yards on 35 carries and scored 3 times in the Titans' win over Wood Creek last week. Antelope improving to 7-0 on the season.
Our second Player of the Week is Shelby Jackson from Central Catholic Volleyball. The Raiders taking down Manteca last week in a match that could decide the league title. Shelby had 23 kills in the 4-set victory. Shelby Jackson and Curran Borders, this week's Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us important tips so athletes can perform at their very best.
Here's Dr. Joseph Donnelly with this week's Stanford Health Tip.
Patella or kneecap dislocations can occur during a twisting injury to the knee or a direct blow to the inner aspect of the knee. Often the patella will quickly relocate into its normal position, but it may remain dislocated, requiring urgent treatment by a medical specialist. Typically, we see a significant amount of swelling in the knee after this injury, and the knee joint range of motion may be limited. Patellar dislocations are usually treated with rest, bracing, and PT for range of motion and strength, with a return to sports in 3 to 4 months.
Coming up, our first SunPower Electric game, Elk Grove and Jesuit meet in a Delta League showdown.
Then it's the girls from West Campus and Natomas meeting on the volleyball court when 49ers Sac-Hi Sports returns.
The team approach that Stanford Healthcare took with my diagnosis was really the reason why I'm able to be where I am today.
Jeremy's condition was very unique in that he had a genetic hereditary variant called nail patella syndrome. With Jeremy coming from pretty far away, we really wanted to keep tabs on his recuperation. Video visits really allows us to engage with the patient and then explore treatment options.
Moving forward, I've been able to engage in sports in a way that I've never been able to engage before.
At Tracy Toyota, we're not just devoted to selling cars. We're committed to our community. We're donating $100,000 to help local organizations in Tracy. We call it Champions Thanking Heroes. We also donated to the Toyota U.S. Paralympic Fund to support and empower these extraordinary athletes. Check out our great lineup of new Toyotas. Our certified used cars come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Shop in person or at tracytoyota.com. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Our first SunPower Electric game tonight is a battle in the Delta League. The Elk Grove Thundering Herd had a slow start to the season, but they're now picking up some serious steam. The team won its last 4 games and is vying for a league title.
Elk Grove needs to get through Jesuit. The Marauders are 6-1 on the season, 3-0 in league play. The Saturday afternoon matchup is our first SunPower Electric game tonight, and Mark Willis was there.
Electric game.
All right, I had to check this out, guys. I want to see the ground and see what's going on here because this turf is going to get put to the test with Oak Grove's Ethan Archuleta running the rock. And so does Jesuit's Garrett McGriff. Both those guys have run really well this year. The Jesuits more of a 50-50 style offense now with their new quarterback. It'll be interesting to see what happens in today's Sun Power Electric Game of the Week. Senior day at Jesuit High School as the Marauders take on Elk Grove. Both teams undefeated in the Delta League. Elk Grove starts the ball off first. The pitch goes wild. Jesuits Jackson Hagopian scoops up the loose ball. It's a scoop and score for Hagopian. 7-0 Marauders. Jesuit was not done yet on the defensive side. Garrett McGriff steps in front of this pass, picks it off, and heads the other way. He's gone. McGriff, the crime dog, steals the pass for a pick six. 14-0 Jesuit. Elk Grove down 14, and then they settle down. The inside handoff to the big back, Zeke Burnett, rumbles 50 yards down the field for the score. Finally, Jesuit gets a turn on offense. They march right down. Trenton DeWart connects with Hagopian from 5 yards out, 21-7 Marauders. Elk Grove rumbles down the field. Zeke Burnett scores another touchdown from 5 yards out. It's 21-14, and we're only in the second quarter. Then the crime dog said, "Get me the rock, coach." Garrett McGriff, stiff arm. Then the whoop! Nice cutback for the senior on senior day. 74 yards later, he's into the house. 28-14 Marauders. Still second quarter, Elk Grove turn now. Ethan Archuleta, he's so tough to bring down. He sprints upfield and gone for 80 yards to the end zone. Deuces. This game's now 28-21. We're still in the first half. Jesuit comes right back. Jagger Shaddix bangs his way in from 10 yards out, and it's a 2-touchdown lead for Jesuit. With time winding down the first half, Elk Grove to the air. But wait, Jesuit's blitz messes up the play, and the ball is in the air and into the hands of Nelson Jack Hammert, who has the lineman's dream as he rumbles into the end zone for a pick six and the third defensive score of the first half. 42-21 Marauders. I need a timeout. Third quarter, Jesuit picks it right back up where they left off. Tatum Pappas up the gut, no one there but his teammate. Hey, get out of the way. Elk Grove trying to keep pace. They give the ball to Jeremiah Rosales. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Dun-dun-dun. He scores a touchdown. Dun-dun-dun. All right, whatever. 49-35 Jesuit leading. When Dewart walks to the line and he takes the QB keeper into the end zone from a yard out, the Marauders are starting to pull away. Then, fullback Brendan Sands bangs his way into the end zone from a yard out, and it was all over as Jesuit wins big at home, 70-35. And we caught up with a couple seniors after the game.
That's just how we do it. I mean, our defense coming out, our D-line played incredible today.
After Folsom, like Jackson said, we just had them a motive to keep going and run to the ball on defense, run after the ball, and make plays, you know.
The 11-2 Natomas Nighthawks celebrating their 10 seniors on senior night before the first place battle with West Campus. First set, a great dig from Brianna Cruz, but then it goes Alicia Espinoza, Margot Melgoza, and Milani Fragata. West Campus jumps out to an early lead. Milani was on fire in the first set, slamming home 5 kills. It's 10-2 Warriors. Natomas playing some good defense here when Danielle Jennings gets up high for the block, but West Campus would dominate the first set. And in the second, more Warrior offense. Melgoza sets it over to Kiana Ayin, and that one's not coming back. Then it's the setter getting in on the action. Margot Melgoza with the no-look shot that finds the floor. West Campus takes the second set and is now looking for the sweep. A young Natomas fan feeling good about her team's chances. The Nighthawks in control. Brianna Carter dives to keep the ball in play, and it falls. A great play there. The Nighthawk offense starting to pick things up in the third set. Yasmin Ahumada, Janessa Morgan, Brianna Carter. Natomas goes on to take the 10-4 lead. But the Warriors chipping away at that lead. Sophia Barnes, the slam dunk. West Campus holds the 23-22 lead before Yasmin Ahumada puts it in no man's land to tie this set up. And here's a set point for the Nighthawks. Izzy Trinidad with the dig in the back row. Morgan sets up Dorisha Lagima, and Natomas wins set 3. Lots of energy in the Nighthawk gym for senior night, but it was all West Campus in the fourth and final set as Barnes takes the set from Melgoza and slams her home. Then it's Milani Fragata, the match kill leader, with her 15th as West Campus wins the match in fourth and will go on to clinch the league title. Congrats, Warriors.
Brian Mueller saying hello from the friendly waters at Oak Ridge Monday night for a late-season non-league matchup between the hosts and Dixon. Rams up 1-0 in the first quarter when Mason Bueller draws the Trojans even off the pass from Aiden Pelisano. The Rams, though, come right back. The first shot is denied by Shane Meyer, but Logan Bean is there for the rebound score. 2-1 Dixon. Oak Ridge responds in turn. Ian Platchey with a nice find sets up Woden Chomp, who cranks up the backhand for the score, and we're tied at 2. And then the home team takes the lead on a Chomp to Pelisano connection to make it 3-2. But the Rams close out the half strong. Dylan Diaz with a hydro-powered missile to the back of the net. That ties it up, and Dixon would leave 5-4 at the half. Third quarter now, the Rams opening up their lead. They work it around to Sean Ward, and he makes it 7-5 Dixon. And we save the best for last. Angel Santa Cruz gives it to Diaz, and he goes behind the back for the score. A little razzle-dazzle in the water. That made it 10-7, and Dixon goes on to win it 11-8. Diaz leads everyone with 8 goals.
Coming up, you'll meet this week's inspirational athlete. It's Mia Bryant, a Stockton heptathlete from Venture Academy.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section girls volleyball top 10 poll.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we are in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Welcome back to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We head down to Modesto for our next matchup tonight. The Downey Knights are 6-1 on the season, 2-0 in league play, but play 3 very tough league title contenders to close out their season. The Knights are led by senior quarterback Connor Stoddard and his 177 passing yards a game.
Yeah, and Downey takes on an Enochs team looking for its first league win of the year. It's the Knights and Eagles playing in Modesto Friday night.
Enochs storming out of the smoke, looking to pull off the upset Friday night. First quarter restart, it was Downey that struck first. Connor Stoddard finds Hayden Grant across the middle, makes a nice move to shake the defender for the score. Knights go up 7-0, but Enochs would respond. Abayomi Babalola takes the handoff straight up the gut and muscles his way through the defense. That's some power running right there, 7-7. This Downey offense, though, it's hard to stop. Stoddard drops back, finds Gabe Hernandez in the end zone for the touchdown. 14-7. We go second quarter. They'd keep it rolling. Stoddard this time finds a streaking Gavin Garcia down the middle, running with the defender, but speed kills. He wins that battle 21-7. But enough of this offense. Let's throw in some defense. Why don't we? Keith Arona rolls to his right, looks for somebody. Can't find anybody, but then he pulls the trigger. Can he complete the Hail Mary? No! Andres Tamayo comes down with the INT. Downey takes a 24-7 lead into the half, but Enochs would get their revenge, though, courtesy of this double-tipped interception from Isaiah Toma. So nice, you know I had to play it for you twice. What a play. That would set up the Eagles for this next play. Arona rolling to his left, off balance right here, fires up a prayer, and look who's underneath it. In the end zone, it's Toma on offense. Two-way player there, but this is when Downey put their foot on the gas. Stoddard drops back in an absolute dime to none other than Gavin Garcia. Again, 31-13 Knights, and they'd continue their run. Stoddard, this time, short dump pass to Kamoni Ragland, who takes it up the sideline, has one man to beat. They're running with the defense. Who's going to win that battle? It's Ragland every time. He wins it 38-13. Fourth quarter, Enochs trying to make some magic happen. Arona fires to Kola Babalola, who cuts up the field for the touchdown. Babalola brothers trying to put the Eagles on their backs, but Downey was just too much. Give me Stoddard to Gavin Garcia, their third connection of the day, down the middle to go along with 6 touchdowns through the air for Stoddard as Downey takes the win.
If you think it's hard to get good at one sporting event, try working to be the best at 7. heptathlete Mia Bryant works hard every day to be great at the 7 events making up the heptathlon.
When I first got into track, I didn't really know anything about any of the events. I just wanted to do track because I just wanted to try something new. And my trainer that I've always went to, he told me to try track because I had like a good times and I could jump high. So when I got into track, the first coach I had, he just put me in everything and wanted me to try everything, see what was my best event. And I ended up being like pretty good at each event. So he suggested to try the heptathlon. So I tried it and I loved it because usually at track meets you have to wait a long time and you get one event done. But with the heptathlon you do 7 events. It takes up your whole day. You're never sitting around. You're always doing.
To get good at heptathlon means a huge commitment and lots of training.
Yeah, it's very hard. You train every day 2-3 hours and it takes up a lot of time, but it's worth it. I love what I do. I wouldn't change my event.
The multis in general is one of those sports that for track and field is an amazingly big feat for anybody to step into, especially at a high school level.
To train during the pandemic, Mia has to be creative. She travels to wherever she can find places to train.
The pandemic has affected me a lot. Like you said, we have to find places to go, and that's kind of hard because we kind of like get kicked off a lot. But it hasn't slowed down my training. I try to do as much as possible. Like when we can't get onto a track, I'll go and we'll find a hill and I'll run the hill.
Because obviously it's one of those things that becomes a lifestyle, and where the dedication is, you're only, how do you want to say, eat, drink, and sleep in it. So it's one of those things that it's one of those commitments that is an everyday thing where she has to wake up and go to work and do a little bit of something every single day to keep it going.
Mia has trained with one of the top heptathletes in the nation, a person Mia has come to admire.
My main person that I like to base my workouts on and how she does everything would be Anna Hall. She's a heptathlete at Georgia, and she is #1 for her age group. She's U20, and she's amazing.
Mia started off as a volleyball player. She says those skills from the beach and from the court have helped her with her track accomplishments.
Yeah, volleyball definitely helped a lot of aspects of the heptathlon for me. The main one that I would say kind of correspond was javelin, because I was an outside hitter in volleyball, so the arm swing and the throw and javelin is pretty similar. Because a lot of people with javelin, they think you throw it like a football, but that's actually totally opposite. It's more like an arm swing in volleyball. And another aspect that helped me was with my jumps, and so it helped me a lot with long jump and high jump.
Mia has become one of the very best heptathletes in the nation, with top finishes at national meets. There are few meets featuring the heptathlon at the high school level, but with the pandemic, the chances to compete are even fewer.
Yeah, right now I'm #1 in California, but as of lately, we haven't been able to have any national meets, so I don't know my standings so far for nationally because we just haven't been able to compete against anyone. This is my second year, kind of third year of track. My first year in track, I got 3rd in javelin at the national championship and 7th in the heptathlon.
We actually had to go out to Alabama this summer and have her compete out there. It was a private track and field venue out there, and she competed, extremely well with, other athletes that were from all over the country.
Mia is an extremely positive person and also very competitive. It's a good combination for a heptathlete.
Mia has an incredible personality. She has, she has a fervor, I guess you could say, that is, with most athletes. And she gets up every day, and it's practice makes perfect.
With all the time dedicated to the sport, Mia knows she is missing out on the social part of high school.
I've never been to a school dance because I've always had track meets, and I don't really think I'm missing anything because I love what I do and I would miss it again.
It's not unusual for Mia to travel 2 hours for a 3-hour workout and then 2 hours back home. Still, Mia is able to maintain a perfect 4.0 GPA.
It's the normal for me, so I don't really know any different. I've always done sports and academics, so and I've been able to keep 4.0 most of my athletic career, so the balance has been really good.
The pandemic has made her training more difficult, but Mia is dedicated to getting better. She will compete at Penn State next year with a goal of winning a collegiate national championship. Coming up, the big MEL showdown, Vanden and Vacaville is our Mattress Firm perfect match.
But first, here's this week's Spirit Corner featuring the cheer team from Woodland High School.
Many have tried, but many have failed. The 49ers got the loudest fans in the NFL. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
We've got a problem, America. Junk sleep. It's what you get from a bed that isn't right for you. Keep calling Kevin Keith. Junk sleep. Left your laptop on the bus? Junk sleep. Can't straight think? Slunk Jeep. What you need is real sleep. So maybe it's time to ask yourself, did you get out of the wrong side of bed this morning? Or the wrong bed altogether? Mattress Firm. Unjunk your sleep.
Welcome back to Levi Stadium. The Vanden Vikings are 6-1 on the season, 2-0 in league play, and are backed by unreal offensive production. The Vikes are averaging 187 yards a game in the air and 178 yards a game on the ground. Now that's an even attack right there.
That's a lot, either way. Vacaville is also undefeated in league with some impressive numbers, especially from Darion Leon Guerrero, who has 7 touchdowns on the year and nearly half of the team's rushing yards. We try and find the perfect match for the biggest game of the week every week, just like Mattress Firm helps you find a mattress that is your perfect match. This week's Mattress Firm perfect match is the battle between Vanden and Vacaville.
Vacaville knows how to throw a pre-game party. First place battle in the MEL and Vacaville alumni and Atlanta Falcon Michael Walker in the house to see the Bulldogs take on Vanden. Less than 30 seconds in and the Bulldogs are on the board when Ryan Vaughn busts through the middle and cannot be stopped on his way in for 6. Vacaville up early 7-0. Next, Vanden possession. Quarterback Trey Dimes looking for a receiver, but sees open field in front of him. The Bulldogs' Timothy Plowman stops the Viking QB at the goal line. Vanden settles for a field goal. Then 4 minutes to go in the first. Vaughn with a dart to Timothy Plowman. Plowman goes 65 yards to the house. It's 14-3 Bulldogs. Here come the Vikings. Trey Dimes throws, you know it, a dime to Jemai East, who makes an unbelievable catch. And a couple plays later, Dimes and East connect one more time, and this time it's for 6 points. It's a 4-point Vacaville lead heading into the second quarter. Vacaville consistently coming up with the big play. Vaughn passes to Darion Leon Guerrero, and Darion does the rest. The 65-yard touchdown makes it a 21-10 ball game. It was a busy first half. Dimes at the 21-yard line hands it off to Sean Davis to put 6 more on the board for Vanden. A little later on, Vanden looking to take a bite out of an 11-point deficit, but not if Anthony Wiley has anything to say about it. The senior comes down with the interception. 28-17 is the score at the half. In the third, Vaughn to Darion Leon Guerrero. The Bulldogs trying to bust this game wide open, but Vanden still very much in this game. Dimes does a great job escaping pressure, dumping it off to Michael Belk. Whoop! Belk somehow finds space to run. Refs call him down at the 1-yard line, and the Vikings would not score. And later on in the quarter, Blake Espino gets the sack. The Vacaville defense pitching a shutout in the second half as Vacaville grabs sole possession of first place in the MEL, and the Bulldogs were happy about that.
First up, we're talking to Darion Leon Guerrero. Nice game tonight. Talk about this offensive effort.
Man, we came out here, we did our thing, we got that dub. That's all that matters, baby.
This win was absolutely huge. Kind of talk about what was going right.
We were just trying to spread the ball out, get the ball to as many guys as possible, and it looked good, so we did our thing.
What's so special about this team here?
I think just the family aspect we got, and we work hard every day, and we got a brotherhood going, so it's all good.
Blake,
You had a couple sacks tonight. Talk about defense. You guys shut them down in the second half.
It's all a unit. It's all a family. That's what we do.
Now, you guys aren't out of the woods yet. You got 2 big games coming up. Talk about what you're taking away from this game and you're heading into these next 2.
We're going to keep watching film and not cutting ourselves short. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Is that the game plan? That's a good game plan. This guy, you were all over the field tonight. Again, what really clicks? What makes this team click and make you guys feel like a family?
Shoot, I think Darian is a big part of our offense, and I think our D-line is a big part of our defense. So everybody playing together is just, feel me, it's hard to stop. So, feel me, that's what big dubs do.
We're going to be seeing you guys late in the playoffs, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These are the Vacaville Bulldogs. Guys, take us out.
Brian Mueller proudly saying hello from Pitman Tuesday night for some volleyball, where Pitman hosted Enochs. First set, the Pride pouncing early. Julia Magnu sets it up for Alexandra Wright, right on the money for the kill. It's 7-1 Pitman. But the Eagles would respond with an 8-0 run. Avery Johnson digging, Daniela Hakimi setting, and Taylor Hemmeler has a little finesse of her own for the kill, and Enochs takes a 9-7 lead. Hemmeler with a match-high 13 kills, but back comes the Pride. Brooke Hayden senses a kill coming, but Taylor Van Nest has another inclination. The big block, and Pitman takes the first set 23-25. The Pride looking for more of the same in the second. Magnu sets up Mimi Verdone, and this point is Verdun. Pitman up 18-9, but once again, the Eagles with a huge comeback. Hayden digs, Hakimi another set, and Kendall Lininger gets up for the kill. Enochs down by just 3, 23-20, but set point for Pitman here at 24-23, and it's the Magnu to Verdone connection again, and this time the set is Verdun. Pitman leads 2-0 to the third set now. It's the Eagles getting off to a good start. Magnu just trying to get this ball over, but Hemmeler not having it. Enochs up 7-5. But this time, it's the home team coming back. Aaliyah Higa ain't too proud to dig, and would it surprise you to hear that it's Magnu setting up Verdone again? It's like Stockton to Malone out here. Magnu with 29 assists. Verdone had a team-high 7 kills, and Pitman wins it 3-0.
Coming up, Manteca and Central Catholic meeting under the Friday night lights.
Then it's Lodi and St. Mary's battling it out in girls water polo when 49ers Sac-Hi sports continues.
There are only 2 teams left undefeated in the Valley Oak League against league opponents coming into this week. The Central Catholic Raiders dominated a very good Kimball team last week. Senior running back Ponyboy Taylor has scored 16 times this year, so the 7-0 Manteca Buffaloes have got to keep Ponyboy penned up for a shot at the league title.
I want to be named Ponyboy.
I know, me too.
That's the best name in the whole area. Blake Nicholson has been spectacular for the Buffaloes on both sides of the ball with over 1,100 yards rushing and 36 tackles. Manteca and Central Catholic battling with the league lead on the line Friday night.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way.
Mark Wills here for a first-place showdown in Modesto as the ladies from Manteca cheering on their Buffaloes. First quarter, Manteca down 7-0. Blake Nicholson takes the handoff, hits the air brakes, and then cuts it upfield so quickly. Nicholson would go the distance, and this one from 54 yards out, game tied at 7. Central Catholic jumps out to a 14-7 lead when Julian Lopez turns quarterback. The old halfback pass, Aiden Taylor to Jalen Nichols for the score, 14-7 Raiders. It's now 14-10 when CC's Aiden Taylor bounces it outside, and he scores from 10 yards out. Raiders up 11. Manteca back at it. They give it to Nicholson again, who hits the ground running hard. Blake scores from 36 yards out. They get the 2-point conversion. Buffalo's down 3. CC's turn. They march down the field, and when Tyler Wentworth finds Julian Lopez in the corner of the end zone, it's 28-18 Raiders. With time winding down in the half, Manteca going for it all, but the safety, Brooklyn Cheek, was waiting for the pass and picks it off. 35-18 Raiders at the half. In the third, I got to show you this run by Lion Cologne. The senior running back gets a block, puts on a little shimmy, and you know how they say, don't fight it, just roll with it. when you're about to get stripped, whoop, spin move, and he's off to the races. He could go all the way, or to the one. Nicholson scores from 2 plays later. Central Catholic still pounding the rock on the ground. Lopez breaks through the line, and he's head towards the goal line, dragging defenders all the way to the 2. That sets up Aiden Taylor's 4th touchdown on the night, and well, you guessed it, the dishes are done, man. Lopez and Taylor combined to rush for just under 400 yards on the night.
Parker Ream coming to you from Tokay High School. Neutral site action for 2 of the top teams in the Tri-City Athletic League. First quarter, Lodi up 1-0. Maggie Valdez taking it up, finds Marissa Brock, who gets fancy with it. The no-look spinning backhander, 1 apiece. Second quarter, it was Lodi that broke through. Sarah Campbell off the crossbar, but Morgan Weiss gets it and gets the cleanup. Top quarter for the goal. 2-1, the Flames led at halftime. So we go to the second half. Emily Engel far away from the goal. Can't find anybody, so she says, I'll just do this myself. From deep, right in the back of the net, 3-1. But the Rams would keep charging ahead. It's Valdez to Amanda Herrera. A little give-and-go action back to Morgan, and she fires one in. Saw an opening and took it. They only trailed by a goal. Would they get it? Yes, they do. Ashley Ruiz to Lexi Edwards right here, who fires a shot underneath the defender's arm off the goalie's face. That's one way to do it. They tie it up 3-3, so we go to the 4th. And who would get the decisive goal? The Flames? They wouldn't flame out. Ava Sepulveda looking, and firing. The long-range shot goes in, and that was the difference as Lodi improves to 13-3 and takes the top spot in the Tri-City Athletic League.
Out to field hockey, where first place Davis hosted, second place Pleasant Valley Chico. No score in the first quarter. Aurora Hogan on the attack, crosses the ball to Emma Brayton, who redirects the shot into the goal. 1-0 Blue Devils. With 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, it looks like a PV gets on the board. Anna Isherwood takes the long shot from about 30 yards out. The keeper lets it go past her for the goal. What? But wait, the shot was taken outside the circle and was not touched inside the striking circle. A smart play by Lily Weiser-Bicky. Second quarter, long corner for Davis. Jenna Oliveri to Elda Helge, who sets it up for the big stick. Julie Thomas smacks it in. 2-0 Devils. Now in the third, still 2-0. Almost the same play here on the long corner. Oliveri to Helge to Thomas, but this shot is blocked. Jenna Oliveri races in and picks up the crumbs, scores it for the Blue Devils, 3-0. Davis adds a 4th goal here off the stick of Julie Thomas as she sets up the defender and lets it rip, smoking the ball past everyone, and that would do it. 4-0 is the final. Davis with a stranglehold on first place in the Eastern Athletic League.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Kate McGarty from Granite Bay Girls Water Polo. Kate sports an awesome 4.36 GPA. Coming up, Antelope and Intercom meet in our second SunPower Electric game.
Then it's Tokay taking on St. Mary's 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We'll be back in a moment.
Unjunk your sleep at Mattress Firm's semi-annual sale. Right now, save up to $500 on our top-rated brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase, up to a $499 value. Or save $300 on select Tempur-Pedic mattresses and get a $300 instant gift. With our highly trained sleep experts and our low price guarantee, you can rest assured we'll find the right mattress for you. Only at Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
Where can you find hope? Hope that will help you manage the stress and anxiety brought on by COVID-19. Hope lives here in California at Cal Hope. Wherever you are, whenever you need to talk to someone, call the Cal Hope Warm Line at 833-317-HOPE. That's 833-317-4673. And visit calhope.org. Hope lives here.
49ers Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Healthcare, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics. And by SunPower, proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers.
Welcome back to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We continue tonight with our second SunPower Electric game. It's the big one between two teams that are still undefeated in the Capital Valley Conference. Intercom has not lost to a league opponent since 2012, but the Antelope Titans should give the Tigers a run for their money.
Yep, Antelope also undefeated on the season at 7-0. It is our SunPower Electric game, and our Parker Ream was there.
Electric game.
Parker Ream coming to you from Intercom High School, and what a matchup we have in the Capital Valley Conference League. This game could very well decide who takes the league title. We'll start on Intercom's side, and their defense has been outstanding all year long, but they'll need their offense to get some production today. Look to Jaden Johnson, the quarterback, to lead them to victory against a high-powered attack from the Antelope Titans. The senior Karan Borders has been off to the races this season, over 1,700 yards and 25 touchdowns. They'll have to contain him if they want to win this game. Let's get into it. It's Antelope taking on Intercom in this week's Sun Power Electric game. You knew Intercom was hyped for this matchup. Head coach Reggie Harris getting them fired up pregame, but it would be Antelope pounding it into the end zone early. It was Karan Borders getting the handoff from 5 yards out. Talked about him in the intro. Funny how he shows up in the game. 7-0 Titans. They get the ball back quick. Next drive, the ball is over Jaden Johnson's head, and it's a race to the ball, and Amir Farms wins that race. Antelope takes over possession at the goal line. You already knew who the ball was going to. It's Borders again for his second touchdown of just the first quarter. Antelope takes a commanding 14-0 lead, but Intercom would respond. Johnson across the middle to a streaking Christian Benham Shepherd, and he's off to the races. CBS, can he score? One man to beat, and a touchdown saving tackle from Cameron Cole. Nice tackle right there. That would be big because of plays like this next one. Giovanni Jorlin gets it on the outside, but a swarm of Titan defenders gets there. Brandon Cedahall there first, and Antelope holds on the goal line. Second quarter we go. Antelope picking up where they left off in the first. Josiah Bateman finds Joseph Martinez in stride for the 17-yard score. Antelope takes a 21-0 lead into the half. Third quarter, it was Karan Borders still driving those legs. His third touchdown of the day extends the lead to 28-0 Titans at the end of the third quarter. But in the fourth, Intercom finally getting on the board. Johnson to Jorlin for the score, but it was too little too late. I caught up with Borders and a fired-up Antelope squad after the game.
It's all about family. You know what I'm saying? We preach it every day in practice. We've been preaching it since the summer. We play for each other and we play hard.
Yeah, this is a pretty big win in league play. Probably means you guys are going to finish first. What did it mean today?
It felt great. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of social media stuff going on, but we just kept our head, stayed silent, and we dominated.
Hey, he's number one in the state. Number one in the state right there.
League champs. League champs.
Sam Berg reporting here as the Tokay Titans took on the St. Mary's Rams on Friday night. We take you straight to the action. First drive of the game, Titans pass over the middle is picked off by Amari Gales, and he takes it up the sideline before being finally brought down at the 21-yard line. By the way, he's a sophomore, and he's already got hands like that. That would set up Jaden Marshall to take the handoff, and he sees no open path to his right. So he cuts back to his left and speeds past all the Titans defenders, and he is gone. Marshall takes it into the end zone for the Rams' first score of the night. The score would be 6-0 after the missed extra point. On the Rams' next drive, Cruz Herrera fires to his left and finds Marshall again and does a couple of long strides and zooms down the sideline with one man to beat, and he gets there. Touchdown for the Rams, and it's a second one for Marshall, and they increase their lead as the score is now 13-0. The Titans are looking to get back in this one, but lightning strikes in the same place twice. Gales intercepts the pass over the middle again, and this time he makes it a little bit farther. No one is there to stop him, and it's a pick six. The Rams just keep piling onto their lead, but the Rams offense was far from done. Sophomore Asante Carter takes the handoff, gets a block, and runs it up the chute for the touchdown. The Rams are going full pedal to the metal, but the sophomore showcase was not done yet. Carter takes the handoff, and he breaks a tackle and dives into the end zone for yet another Rams touchdown. You would think with this kind of scoring that these are the Rams of the NFL. But the Titans were looking to get something going, and they do just that. Zachary Filippini shovels it to Andrew Melgoza, and he jukes to his left for the Titans' first down. Freshman Gabriela Gonzalez bangs it through the uprights, and the Titans are on the board. But the Rams had a little bit more in the tank. Herrera takes a snap and hands it off to Nasuri Danielson. He beats the one man trying to stop him, and he takes it to the house for the touchdown, as St. Mary's would get the dub on Friday. The Rams offense was firing on all cylinders as they win by a final score of 62-3.
Parker Ream coming to you from Cosumnes Oaks. A little rematch action we had going on. Allison Ito starts us off with the set to Janiyah Jackson on the outside for the kill. Wolfpack pouncing early. Let's see if it'll work again on this next play. Ito to Jackson, but Malia Tanksley there for the rejection. Nice play by the sophomore, but here comes Cosumnes Oaks with a little payback of their own. Gia Baines says, not in my house to Fancy Han. Wolfpack take the lead 8-7 in the first. Fast forward 23-17, Cosumnes, Naya with the dig, Ito the set, and Stella Watson on the edge. Perfectly placed kill. They take the first set. Second set down 10-5. Pleasant Grove looking for an answer, and Fancy Han gives it to him. Powerful and Fancy. Set was close, but ultimately Cosumnes prevailed thanks to points like this. Jalen Swain to Ito to Jackson once more, and she puts the second set to rest. Wolfpack take it 25-23. In the third, it's Ito flying in, and Stella Watson's eyes lit up because she knew she was sending that one home, part of her 12 kills on the night. 18-14 now. Cosumnes looking for the dagger. I said her name a lot setting it, but how about the no-look fake for the point from Allison Ito? Nice play there as Cosumnes wins 3-0.
Remember, all of the game footage we shoot is available for purchase on our website. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.com and we will send it to you digitally.
Follow us on social media for lots of fun and exciting content. Our Instagram story is a great way to keep updated on scores, news, and a whole lot more. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter.
Coming up, the undefeated Sacramento Dragons face Capital Christian.
Then it's Escalon and Ripon meeting on the volleyball court. You're watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi's Stadium. The Sacramento Dragons have already made history this year, being the first team in school history to start the season 7-0. But the Dragons want to add a league title to their list of accomplishments.
But Sac-Hi will have to get through Capital Christian. The Cougars are on a 4-game winning streak, and senior quarterback Anthony Garcia has over 1,700 passing yards this season. It's Sacramento and Capital Christian meeting on Friday night.
Brian Mueller checking in from a big matchup at Capital Christian Friday night. First place on the line in the Capital Athletic League. Undefeated Sacramento trying to keep their dream season unblemished. But Anthony Garcia has the Cougars purring early. He finds Kyle Patu for the short score, and it's 7-0. Back come the Dragons. Naaman Branyan fires this to Lamont Johnson-Burrell. That makes it 7-6. Lamar Radcliffe is a load to bring down. Punishing stiff arm to finish off the run. He's only a sophomore. Then Branyan finishes off the drive right down the middle to Devin Stevens, and the Dragons take the lead 12-6. Early second now, Garcia back to work, puts just enough on this throw to get it to Cameron Sampson, and the Cougars take the lead right back 14-12. It will be 19-16 at the half as the junior Cougar cheerleaders entertain the crowd, but Kyle Patu knows how to put on a show as well. He's already got a receiving TD, and now he gets one on the ground. It's 28-19 midway through the third, but the Dragons will not be slain without a fight. Here's Radcliffe again, the Dragons running back, dragging some Cougars into the end zone with him. Sacked down just 28-25. Radcliffe had 290 yards on the ground. Cougars creating some separation in the third. Garcia, a high arcing pass to Jaden Nolan. Then Garcia caps the drive off with a TD toss to Kanye Clark. It's 35-25. The Dragons driving, looking for another answer, but Demaria Harden one-hands this pick and gets a good return out of it. That would lead to another Capital Christian score. Then in the fourth, Garcia puts this game out of reach, adding to his touchdown tally. This one on the ground. The Cougars hand Sac-Hi their first loss of the year, 64-31. Garcia had 368 yards through the air and 6 passing touchdowns.
It's the first place battle in the Trans Valley League between Ripon and Escalon, and the crowd has shown up. Ripon needs a win to pull into first place, and they come out of the gate firing. Regan Wilkerson sets to Caitlin Campbell, and Campbell gets the shot to go. Then it's Sierra Barrios hosting a block party. The Indians up 9-6 in the set. But a player named Amanda Murphy was going to cause Ripon some trouble. Murphy hits hard, and so does her teammate Emily Vickers. Vickers takes the set from Riley Latigue, and she slams it. Later in the set, it's 31-30 Escalon. Yep, you heard that right. Chapin, Regan Wilkerson, Danica Matuska to tie it up at 31, but Escalon back with the advantage. Murphy floats it up, and you can count it. 33-31 Cougars win set 1. Set 2, Murphy gets the dig, Latigue, then Murphy from the back row, Vickers with a little fake there. This is some fun volleyball. Tied at 22 later on, Bella Cormack, block number 1. Bella Cormack, block number 2. She's relentless, and the Cougar student section wants to know. They lift weights and watch him rip the sign. I guess he lifts weights too. Set point for the Cougars. Vickers receives it and hurries back over to the corner so she can do this. Escalon up 2-0. Ripon trying to avoid the sweep. Chapin to Wilkerson to Sierra Barrios, but it quickly becomes match point for the Cougars. The Escalon student section digs it. A great block from Kaylee Enderbitson, but Vickers saves it, and Murphy gets her 17th kill with that play. Escalon moves to 7-0 in league play, just a few wins away from clinching the league title.
Brian Mueller here again for a double dip of Oak Ridge and Dixon water polo Monday night. Let's check out the girls' side now. The Trojans dominating early. Elena Tadayevsky dumps it off for Susie Chapui, and she hits the mark to make it 3-0 Oak Ridge in the first. 3-1 now when it's Chapui on the penalty shot, and Oak Ridge opens up a 4-1 lead late in the second quarter. But the Rams would have a rebuttal before the half. Ingra Simpson goes to Gracie Nickham, and she reaches back and gets the goal to make it 4-2 at the half. And the Rams would roll that momentum into the second. It's the Simpson and Nickham combo again, and Dixon is within a goal early in the third. Then later in the quarter, Abigail Kozowitz fighting to get the ball to Simpson, and she has the hat trick. We're tied at 4. It would stay that way until the final 30 seconds of the game. Getting a little dark here in El Dorado Hills. The Rams looking for their first lead of the game, and it's the goalie, Brianna Humphreys, giving it to them with 18 seconds left. And she can score and save it. Humphreys seals it with the stop, and the Rams win a thriller 5-4 the final.
Coming up, the play of the week. This one is really good, but is it our play of the week? Stick around to find out.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section top 10 football poll.
Time now for the play of the week.
It's our Madman Mark Willis showing you some contenders first and then awarding what we all thought was the best of the best in the play of the week.
Let's go down to Cosumnes Oaks. Allison Ito with the fake set spike. No. How about Dixon's Dylan Diaz, the underwater backhanded spin flip? No. It goes to Enochs' Isaiah Toma. The tip, and then a tip, and then a pick. Let's show it to you one more time because that's the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Brownstein. Join us next week when we'll share with you the story of the Lincoln football player and his father escaping gang violence. We'll see you then.